Another rumor would be facility closures. Can you please explain?
Well, that's a reality. That's not a rumor. The reality is that there were 80 airmail facilities, which are called, normally expedited mail at the airport, and they employed anywhere from 150 to 250 clerks. 79 out of 80 are gone. The only one left is Newark, New York. So those thousands of employees had to find other jobs, normally in the clerk craft. Some came over into the carrier craft, not that many. But in my region, my 6 Northwestern states, not one clerk has came over yet. However, there is an agenda from the Seattle district to access 158 clerks out of mail processing, which they may be placed in some of the withheld positions in the carrier craft. But time will tell.
I guess another big rumor would be that the media has talked about is a 5-day work week.
Well, not only the media, but Postmaster Potter has actually gone before the Senate subcommittees and testified they need to go to 5-day to recoup some funds that aren't there due to the economic downturn currently that we're experiencing. However, there was no interest in Congress to it. They talked about it in the mid-90s, and they actually had some legislation posed in the 90s, and within 48 hours of the American public calling their senators and Congress's office, it was dead on arrival. And it seems that Congress isn't interested in a 6-day delivery. NALC definitely isn't interested in a 6-day delivery, because that'll be the death spiral of the Postal Service. Somebody will fill that void. America wants 6-day delivery. Some of the media is making hay by advertising and printing that America wants 5-day delivery, if that's what it takes to save the Postal Service. However, the polling that they took wasn't accurate. They didn't say, do you want 6-day delivery or not? They gave them options, either closing their post office, raising rates, or 6-day delivery. Which one do you want? And with those 3 options posed, most Americans said, well, I don't want my stamps to go up any higher than they already do, which is at the Consumer Price Index, and well below, but we're limited to the CPI, or closing their post office. And nobody wants their post office closed. And the congressmen hear it, because they have, their constituents in their congressional district don't want any post offices closed. Seattle looked at closing several plants. They had a combined corporate plan to get rid of originally over 700 post offices. Now they're down to 378. However, after talking to Catherine Nash, the district manager, Seattle district is done with plant closings and branch closings, small retail outlets, things like that. They're done.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but go back to the 5-day delivery. Over our dead body, the NALC has a great grassroots legislation program. We've been there for over 100 years, been in Congress and the Senate. And this Carries in a Common Cause. It's a book available from NALC headquarters and also in the Seattle branch and other branches across the region. Explains how we got to where we are today and how the NALC was so fundamentally vital to working America. I mean, the Letter Carriers Union is the union that termed overtime. We named it. And we pushed for lots of legislation for 8-day or 8-hour work days, 5 days a week. It was us on the forefront of that. And a good read is this Carriers in a Common Cause, and you'll be just awed at where we started from to how we got to where we are today with the wages, the benefits, the retirement packages we get, things like that. But you'll see that NALC is a serious legislative monster to deal with. I mean, we really do a great grassroots lobby trip, so much so that the AFL-CIO wants to model our program to the very exact copy.
Okay. COLSEP, can you please give a brief description?
Okay. COLSEP, it's, well, quite simple. It's PAC money. It's our PAC money, the letter carrier's PAC money. The Committee on Legislative Help me out here.
Political education.
Political education, yeah, that's it. COLSEP has always been around for a long time. Main providers for the funds in COLSEP were retirees. Under President Sombrado and President Young's tenure, they wanted to turn it to the active carriers, the ones that benefit mostly from any legislative gains that we do receive. And so what we have done is gone to the membership and asked them to contribute to COLSEP. Currently, we're asking for $5 a paycheck. That's $2.50 a week. That's one latte, or latte, however the hell you pronounce it. And it, as you can see, I'm a Diet Coke guy. And we ask that they contribute this $5 a paycheck, and it goes into a fund that is used, and absolutely no union dollars go into the fund. They're personal dollars. Just like if you had a Christmas savings account, you can contribute automatically from your paycheck. You can have automatic deductions from your bank. You can contribute through checks at various functions and stuff, or provide them to your local union contacts. But it's a fund that was over $2 million last year, all from voluntary contributions from members, and it was used. It's used in a numerous amount of ways. It's used only to protect letter carriers' interests. That's all it's used for. And it provides reliefs to be out in the fields for elections, and it provides relief for people to work on issues, either vote by mail, which is very healthy for the Postal Service and letter carriers, or do not mail registries to stop them. And it is also given to politicians. The NALC gives to politicians that support letter carriers. And we don't care if they're Republicans, Democrats, liberals. We'd give money to a green-haired Martian if they could get benefits for letter carriers. That's what that fund goes to. We're trying to double that fund to get more people released. Last election cycle, NALC had the most releases of any union across the country working on letter carrier issues. So that's what the COLSEP goes for.